Three brave amigos are we. Brother to brother and
Welcome back to this already the final segment of the partnership. This is That's the Music telling you it's time to turn off your radio. But no, hang out with us just a little longer. Actually, the 3 a.m. egos, Sigmund Kramer, Dan Shedd, and Kevin Price. Sigmund, our esteemed producer, and Dan Shedd, intern extraordinaire, and your one and only host here. We've got always timely, informative, really heavy, deep topics for you to end today's show. Normally we try to go straight funny, but this story may have a humorous bent unless you're the person that is the subject of the story. It's certainly interesting. Dan Shedd brings it for us today. Dan, what do you got?
Well, there was a viral video on ESPN.com last weekend about a Ohio State fan, a student at the university, who ran onto the field during the game and got body slammed by a coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes football team. And because he ran onto the field, he might lose his scholarship to the university.
You can't do something like that when Dan's talking. You know, he's going to come to a complete stop when you do that. Oh, yeah. So that is an interesting story, which, by the way, the listener can see at priceofbusiness.com, the link to that, and Dan has a short story about it. I love the video. I love that, that stupid kid running across the field, a former linebacker who's now a coach, runs out there and body slams that moron. I was so satisfied watching that. And if he's on scholarship, I say by all means, because that's a security risk when you do stuff like that. And scholarships are usually given because you're smart. And if you do something like run on a football field in the middle of a game, you're not very smart. If that's not grounds for taking away a scholarship, what in the world is grounds, Sigmund Kramer?
Well, I'll tell you right now, first of all, the guy is a strength coach, which just means he's strong, and so it was awesome to see him body slam that kid. Secondly, scholarships are supposed to be given to people who are responsible, good students, right? And this kid clearly was just a big old brat jerk. He deserved it. He deserved to get body slammed, and then he deserved to get body slammed by the school board for taking away his scholarship.
What do you think, Dan Shedd?
Well, I mean, I do think I absolutely agree with y'all. And get this, guys, he is a mechanical engineering major. So, I mean, he's definitely got, a good head on his shoulders, but not in this instance. I mean, but seriously, why would you risk losing your scholarship, by running onto the field?
Oh, I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he didn't think he was risking anything.
Yeah,
and that's the point. Is kids make bad decisions. They have bad behavior because they don't think there are going to be any consequences. Well, guess what? There are.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What was the scholarship for? Was it academic based? What do you know about the scholarship?
Let me quickly look at it real quick. The scholarship was given by the Western Golf Association, which is
golf, as in GOLF, yes. Golf, not golf, yes. But golf. Okay.
Golf, yes.
So he's a true athlete.
It covers tuition and housing. It's called the Evans Scholars Program. It covers tuition and housing for former golf caddies.
Okay, so he's a true athlete. He is a golf caddy.
Yes.
No wonder he was running across the football field.
Yes.
Okay, what's the punchline?
That's the closest he's ever going to get to playing a real sport.
And he's
yeah. And by the way, golf isn't the sport. It is the city. It's Golf, Illinois.
Oh, well, then
it's an academic, from what I can tell, it's an academic scholarship, from what I can tell.
Yes.
Damn it, Dan.
Dan, read the story entirely before one of us should have actually read the story before we do the segment.
I just watched the video. You're making me look worse than normal. All right.
Yeah, it's Sigmund's job to make himself look bad. No one does it better. Although you're doing a pretty good job today. Yeah, from what I can tell, it's a academic scholarship. It's not a sports scholarship.
Okay.
Although he may have been a caddy. Golf is in Illinois, and this is your typical insanity that makes this segment interesting, like watching two trains crash.
At least two, maybe three.
Yeah, at least two, maybe three. Unless I'm seeing something wrong. So, yeah, he's called an Evans Scholar is what he's called, which I don't think has anything to do with golf. So, anyway.
Except it's for caddies. He said it's for caddies.
Really? I don't see that. Yeah.
Dan,
anyway, this goes back to doing our homework. What's
Dan, are you making stuff up again?
Prevents poor performance, and it prevents us from looking stupid. Anyway, any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Well, this guy made a bonehead mistake, and now he's suffering consequences. So
apparently
don't do anything stupid. That's what I have to say.
Well, gentlemen, interesting conversation. It'll be seen what happens in the end. You know what the word interesting means? Not much.
No.
But anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I do want to encourage the listener. We'll have a couple links, I hope, that Dan will scratch up for you to get some perspective at this over at priceofbusiness.com. Have a great rest of your day. I am Kevin Price. Spend it wisely right here on this station.